Good evening, Rattlers. Did y'all see that intro video?
We acting brand new.
Saw that intro. We got a little fancy for y'all tonight.
We acting brand new a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, we 2026. What did we say in 2026? Hey, Demetra, what do we say was going to happen in 2026? We elevating this thing. We taking it to the next level. So we kind of come with a little outro. We might do some more tweaks to it and get a little even more fancy than we already did. But thank y'all for joining us. Tuesday night, we're here to talk about exciting Rattler sports news and just things going on around the landscape. I mean, we had a bounce back win for our men's basketball, both programs, to be honest, because we've been in a strong slump. I mean, around the landscape, people getting all kinds of eligibility years. Seemed like you could be about 30 playing college sports if you want to.
How old the boy in Middle Tennessee? 28, 29? The one who got the 11
years. Who got 11 years? Like I'm trying to do the math on like what it takes. Hey, little baby.
I think it'd be 29
math on what it takes to even get that many. Like you got people who just need one waiver. Sometimes they even have legitimate reasons and they still get,
11 years
denied. So I'm
trying to figure out
who does he know? Who does he know that's getting these waivers approved? Because he got somebody on his side. Now I did see, and I don't know, I saw something, got to be 28. Yeah, 11 years, you got to be somewhere between 28, 29. I think I saw, because, they were trying to let NBA players come back and regain eligibility as well. I think I saw where they kind of got an injunction on kind of stopping that. Hey, Miss Gail. Listen, and that's another thing. Softball had us. Softball, we beat Howard.
Yeah, but then they came back and beat us.
Oh,
we beat them first. Then they came back and beat us. So we playing again now.
Yeah, it's on right now. So Miss Gail, I know you're watching. I know you're watching both. Keep us updated on
top of the ninth. How we doing, Miss Gail?
That means that we're at the end of it. Let us know how we doing on the softball front. I was excited to see us win the first.
Top of the ninth.
Is it, how many innings is it?
9. But 9 I thought innings.
Marvin, what's going on, Marvin?
Hey, Marvin. That means that
JT, what's good with you? Top of the ninth, so you got to go top. Wait, I guess it depends on the score because you go to the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, it depends on the score.
Yeah,
but it's 9 innings. Game should be over. Oh, that's what I thought. 9 innings is baseball. 7 innings is softball. I knew I wasn't tripping. That's why.
Okay, so we're not talking. Okay.
So what happened, Ms. Gail? To give
us a rundown because we on live right now, so we can't keep up with the game. So you got to give us a live play. We are in the extra innings right now. Okay.
Who we playing?
So softball is on, but we're in extra innings. That's why we're in the 9th inning, which means that what's the score right now?
Right. That's what I said. And who we playing?
And that's the other thing. Who are we playing?
Anyway.
Hey, Miss Tamara.
Hey, Miss Tamara.
Good talking to you yesterday. That was right.
Yeah, we had a great meeting with Miss Tamara.
Great conversation. We playing Marshall. Oh, that's we taking extra innings with Marshall.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good look. 3-2 is the score.
We up or they up?
That's the next question, if we're up or whether or not Marshall's up. Great time for Rattler sports. That's right. And these are our spring sports and our Olympic sports. And they're just doing well, to be honest. The ones that are in season and actually playing track. We got some new.
Janiyah Kinchin.
Yes.
What's her name?
Yes.
She just set the set a record. I just saw.
Marshall's up. They just hit a home run.
What'd she say?
Marshall is up.
Hit a home run.
Just hit a home run.
Dang.
Okay, gotta fight back. Gotta fight back at the top of the 9th.
Anyway.
But
it's been a long day, y'all. I'm exhausted. We've been doing. Have we talked about those?
So we kind of brushed past it when we first made the announcement, but we haven't really gone into depth, which we can. Yeah, you're right, Marvin. Track is definitely on fire. Like, I can't wait y'all to see this content we about to pull out and tell some stories on the track side of things. Because again, Bank Exchange is not a 1-2 sport organization. We look to help and support and assist all of our sports as best we can. So we got some content that's getting ready to roll out. But that speaks to what you were just talking about interviews, because we are just thumping out interviews, 3 days a week right now for this cohort that is getting ready to start in next month. So
Yeah, Fang
we've
Exchange
been doing
got
a
us
lot of
working.
yeah, we've been doing a lot of background work, and by the time spring game comes and gets deeper into the spring, even the summer, and definitely in the fall, you will see a lot of the work that we're kind of putting in for 2026. And a big part of that would be that we're able to kind of engage with our students, poli-sci students, business students, public relations students, journalism students. I mean, we've gotten students who apply for this cohort from just so many different majors. I think we had a chemistry student, and we've got quite a few applicants. So we've had to kind of sift through them and see who can fit where and where we can work with them. But we're super excited to be able to give our students opportunities to work in sports, and then work with our student athletes as we kind of create content, create true NIL opportunities through marketing and name, image, and likeness. So Fang Exchange is on the move, on the upward trend, scaling up, and we are very excited. Can't wait for you all to introduce our cohort and those who will, as soon as we get through with our interviews. But listen, y'all, we have so many applicants that we are fighting to get through the interview process to even narrow down who we'll bring on into the program. And then this will be a program that'll continue into the fall and all the good things. So we're super excited, and it's a pretty big deal. I think it's one of a kind, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Zoe's pitching well. Zoe, I'm sorry. I think she's saying Zoe or Zoe is pitching well.
Zoriana.
Zoriana.
I
like Zoe.
So let's talk about NIL. We haven't had a NIL show in
we haven't had a conversation. So let's get it rolling.
Let's have a conversation about NIL. So, y'all, we are moving, like Ashley said, we're moving towards of course, all the other endeavors that Fang Exchange has branched out to. But let's not forget to keep the main thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. So right. Yeah, as things are evolving, what I've been very encouraged by, and actually you can echo this, is the people that are coming now that were hesitant. I think that Fang Exchange is doing its job, right? Because a lot of people were hesitant. They felt, people have felt the kind of way about NIL. But we've been getting a lot of feedback from people that were very hesitant that are like, okay, I'm going to join in now. I got a question in the chat. Y'all tell me what you think. Why do you think there was such a hesitation from Rattlers, I guess we'll say, I'm sorry, to join in the NIL efforts? What do you think that it was? Or what do you think that wasn't happening? Or what was it that was making people, because we're hearing a lot of people saying that they were like hesitant. Why do y'all think that is? Ashley, what do you think? While we wait on the rest of the people.
If I could take a guess, first of all, Rattler Nation is a unique group of people, and a large, unique group of people that is, and very educated, very sports driven. I think that they just didn't understand it. And again, I'll say this. I said this from the beginning, and I'll say it now. I think that the headliners really it became reality. That perception became the reality of what was going on in the NIL space. When our reality is, and I see your comments, and I'm gonna put them up on there in a minute. Our reality, if we're being honest, is that it's not the same as what the headliners do. And if we're being honest, even more honest, that those headliner conversations and things that we saw, they were really, that doesn't even happen to the 90% of athletes across, no matter what level you're at. So I think that we just kind of, as a community, took those headliner moments that were oftentimes negative connotations of how NIL should work, and what it's meant to be. And unfortunately, we kind of carried that. And then, we like to protect and hold on to babies and say, no, we don't want to get involved with that. So that's my take. It was probably a long take, but I think it has a lot to do with the headliner conversations. Outside of the fact that education and understanding and just seeing more of it, us being consistent, as well as, all the things coming into place. So I think it's just finally like the fruits of our labor are finally, we had to plant that seed, and now I think it's finally starting to grow. But I see
Yeah,
Little Baby put a comment up in reference to
yeah.
that.
Um,
A lot of
I
people don't
think
understand it.
I think that for me, a lot of the frustration, even in trying to, build Fan Exchange out, was that it's clear. Like, for example, look at Hey Taylor, look at the Restore the Strike campaign, most recent, idea that we can look at. It's very clear Rattlers don't have a problem giving, right?
Nope, we don't.
So the
And we
ask
happy to
was
give.
right. The ask was 250. We exceeded that by what, $75,000 or whatever. It's crazy amount. We exceeded it. So it's not that. I think that, like I said, that was the frustrating part, because it was clearly not that Rattlers had a problem giving, right? It was literally, and it felt like it was something personal towards NIL. And I think it was essentially, like you said, because of the negative connotation that surrounded. But I think that now people are starting to realize the inevitability of it. I think even some people may have thought that it was going to go away, or that it would go
Or
away
that we
in
didn't have to,
our
like, it wouldn't meet us at our front porch. And
right.
at the time of its inception of Fang Exchange, it was kind of like down the street, but it was on our street. It wasn't really at our front porch as much as it like knocking on our door now.
Yeah, I think they thought that it would go away from our
Yeah,
level,
or it would skip
right?
over our
Yeah,
space.
or
Mhm.
that it would come, but it would not be sustainable at our level, so we'll move on. But what we're finding out, because we network with a lot of people, a lot of other collectives, it's people in our space, and I'm not just talking FCS, I'm talking about HBCU, that are doing big dollars. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the ones y'all think, because we
Nope, it's
know
not.
what
Because
y'all
there's some loud
thinking when you
ones.
think that, right?
Yep.
The widely talked about, or the loud ones, but no, it's some of the quiet ones that are doing numbers.
MEAC schools,
Yes, that are
that
doing
we can confirm are doing the
5
thing.
and 6 figures
They just
with one
aren't,
athlete.
they just not
You know what I mean?
aren't getting on platforms and
Yeah.
making a
So
megaphone about it.
yeah. So my whole reason for saying that is, I'm grateful that people are starting to realize that, for one, it's not going away. I think that old school mentality too, that we're FAMU, you just gonna want to come here. These kids are not. They don't care anything about any of that. Like, and we want them to. Like, there are some kids that you realize very early on. Okay, these are gonna be Rattlers. Like, they're not just gonna
Mhm.
be FAMU, students. These are Rattlers. You know what I'm saying? One comes to mind immediately. But those kids are gonna be Rattlers. But a lot of the vast majority, especially when we talk about Porter kids, they want to know what you can do for them. And if you can't do anything for them, they're going to make this they one stop, and then they're going to be gone to the next. You know what I mean? To the next person that can't do
Mhm.
something for them. So, for sustainability, for our coaches, and I'm not just talking about football, we're talking about basketball, we're talking about baseball, softball. Our coaches have done a terrific job, all of them, recruiting and building a championship pedigree without the major assistance of NIL. But just moving on into this climate further, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's not going to be able to sustain itself, because
And one of
NIL is
the
not going anywhere.
one of the beautiful things about NIL and community involvement is that the bigger your community, and this is just a business, this is literally any kind of business. The bigger your community, the more attractive you are to corporations. So it doesn't always mean, and your community could be your followers on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the platforms. Yes, members matter, especially when you're starting out, because it's typically no different than any startup business where you need funds and the infrastructure, right? Well, we are one of, and most people are, we look to engage with corporations, and corporations like to see community. So
Correct.
if you have a community that
And buy
has
in from your community.
15,000 people, it's no different, honestly, than when we talk about corporate sponsorships in our stadium. If
Mm-hmm.
if they know that they can for sure get 20,000 people in the stadium, 50,000 people in the stadium, they're happy to market, advertise, give deals of that sponsorship level. So it's all about community, and that's why it's important. But the beautiful thing is that when the more us Rattlers better understand NIL, aren't skeptical about what it does, what it's for, and who's doing it for the student athletes, the better it is for it. Kind of makes the wheel go round and churn in a positive way. And another thing I want to say when you were talking to Shay, back to my other point, is that if we're being honest, I'm not saying this is not the case across the board in HBCUs across the board, but we have we've been damaged in different entities as it pertains to FAMU. So again, we're all looking around like, who coming through the door? What you trying to do? What you want? Why? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of questions. And to be honest, over the years, unfortunately, we've been put in position to have to be skeptical and not just immediately trust and believe and buy into the next biggest nice looking thing, because unfortunately we've just been battered in that way. And I think that again, we have to sit around and many of us have to say, all right, let me make sure this is good, this is solid, this is quality, this is something that's not going to make us look negatively in the public, and then we latch on. Now, could it have happened sooner? Possibly. But in the end, I think that we're just a community of people who have been through some things, and we need some proof of concept to know. So it takes that endurance that and you and me and Tashay have, and the others that have helped us in the background have endured a lot to get here. But again, it's also fulfilling to know that again the seeds that you planted a year and a half ago, appear to be kind of poking up out the ground, and you getting something out of it.
Yeah. Demetri made a good point, and JT. I wanted you to put both of them, but to your point that you're saying now, Demetri was kind of hinting at that the skepticism. And Ashley and I used to talk about it all the time, that we did not have the advantage of being what you would call the popular Rattlers, right? So when we talk about name recognition, when you look at other HBCUs, a lot of their collectives were birthed out of popularity, right? So they were already popular people in the way that they may have had a podcast, they may have had a show, whatever they may have been doing.
Or they just may have already had a community.
Yeah, they had a community, a following through social media, whatever, right? And so Ashley and I did not have that advantage. All we literally had was a heart to serve our institution. And we saw the need, and we, felt like we could assist. And so that has been, I think, probably the hardest part is, baby, Rattlers don't trust nobody. And I get it.
It's understandable.
We get it. But y'all, when I tell you Rattlers don't trust anybody, and you have to cater to them in a very special and specific way, delicate. And it's group specific, because you cannot take a QR code to the 220 Club, right? The 220 Club wants a pamphlet that they can open up and close, and we had to create that, right? But you can't take no pamphlet to be out there in Atlanta. They want a QR code, and we had to do that. So, understanding your base. And so Ashley's a business major. And so she understood marketing and things like that a lot more than, I understood the simplistic things about it. But, I learned real quick that you Rattlers are very specific, which
you got to cater. You have to cater, especially in a service organization too.
Absolutely.
Like this is a service organization. Like, one thing you'll know about Fan Exchange is that this is probably one of the most organic collectives that you'll come across, because literally homegrown, literally two Rattlers that had the same heart and mission in mind. And like, again, she already said it. We didn't have a look at JT. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You pretty much are saying what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like we didn't have an establishment. We didn't have back in, like, everybody we know in Rattler Nation now that recognizes us. We went to homecoming last year, and people were like picking us out of crowds and like, oh, y'all this.
But that was homegrown. Wow.
But that was just homegrown. So we were like building our own personal brands as well as building Fan Exchange. And I think it's just all finally starting to
come together, because I think I want to think too. So Ashley and I were on Troy's show with the AD, right? And we were talking about the fact that Rattlers respect work, right? And I think it's just the grind of being at FAMU, how you work at FAMU. You're going to work at FAMU. I don't care. Everything is a haze. Y'all say whatever y'all want to say. Everything is a haze.
That's right, Marvin Grassroots.
The gospel choir, everything is a haze at FAMU. So all of it is about the work. And I think that look at Marv. Troy already talking mess. But I think that people just respected the work, right? And then we didn't care about being, we don't care about being, we still don't care about being in the spotlight. We don't care about any of the shine. The way that we're moving now, We like you said, we came across this once in a lifetime. He really is anomaly of a young adult
Yeah, I
that you
had to tell
don't
him,
meet.
Dave. I had to tell him when I
Yeah,
talked to him, like, you have to understand, you are totally against the norm of a person your age. Like this, like
this is the
yeah,
young man that's working with us, y'all, that we're
yeah,
talking about. He's a FAMU student, but he's literally an anomaly. And we
he's light
moved
years
out the
ahead.
way to let him work the program the way that he does. And I mean, we're still there too. Not when it comes to the funding, so don't be worried, y'all. Ain't
No,
no
not the funding.
child dealing
We
with y'all
talking about the
funding.
cohort, the
Yes.
internship.
Yes, the whole program, he really literally built it out from the onboarding to the roles, everything. He's just a really bright kid, but he's not a kid, he's a young man.
Not a kid. He's an
But
adult. He's a grown
he's a
man.
kid to us, you know. But regardless, uh she said,
Listen, Taylor.
everything. I'm
Every
telling
ounce of
you,
it does not matter. You
every
gonna
ounce
get
of being
it.
at FAMU is a haze.
Correct.
If it's I knew FAMU was a haze when the gospel choir had line jackets. Everything is a haze. The gospel choir had line jackets. That's
Mm-hmm.
not, you don't just get one. Everything is
No,
a
no.
haze. And I'm telling
You
you
got
what
to
I
make it
know.
come
I
out
was
here
in the
through. I
gospel
don't know if
choir.
they was Terry. I don't know if they had to come through on the Terry line or what to get that jacket.
Listen, I was in the gospel choir. Everything is a haze, okay? Everything. But
We
we
appreciate that, Marvin.
appreciate
And
that.
you're
We
absolutely. I'm
appreciate
glad you
that.
all can see it, because last thing you want to do is be intentional in that way, and and it goes over heads and people
And they
don't
go,
see it.
yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted I wanted to kind of we get away from sometimes on the show just because there's so much going on in the sports arena, and it's basketball, and it's never a break, right? So it's always something going on. And we'll get into sports still too, but I don't want us to forget the main thing being the main thing is the support of our student athletes in the way of name, image, and likeness. And we need you guys to share with your other Rattler friends, family, so that they can join, even if it's not a
At the
monthly
highest level,
membership.
yeah, it could be a
Yeah,
one
or even if
time.
it's not one-time donation, monthly membership at the lowest level, whatever it is, we have somewhere for everybody to get in, starting at $10 all the way up to 250. There's
Yep.
somewhere for everybody to get in. And
And we actually, as we kind of grow, we'll continue to make adjustments to make sure that you as members get
correct.
access and things that matter to you. And one thing I want to say to piggyback off of what you just said is when Tashay said we need you to tell your friends and talk about Fang Exchange to other people. Number one, that helps the education, but even bigger than that, coming from a business perspective, the best marketing is word of mouth, and that's
Yeah.
free. The
Yeah.
best thing you can do is use your words to talk to your community of influence and say, hey, this is the organization. They do it right and transparent and all the things that you know and trust that we've already shown you.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be a part too. You should come on and watch the YouTube shows, because those views matter. Those subscribers matter as well. You can get to five. You can, once you get to 500 subscribers, you can then become monetized, another stream of income for our student athletes. So it's just so many ways that you don't always require you to give the top dollar. It could be your time, it could be your views, it could be just telling another person, all us Rattlers know at least 15 raps. We
And
just
y'all, please, like she said, subscribe. The thing about it is, right? So when we're on, we can see the views, but it's not matching the subscribers and the likes. Y'all just hit the like button, okay? If
mm-hmm.
you're on Twitter, get off on Twitter, go on YouTube, subscribe, like it, because like she said, the more subscribers we have, we can monetize. Not only that, when we go sit before these corporations, and we do, they want to know, as far as the algorithm is concerned and how much engagement you're getting, they want to know how many people are hitting the site. Because, like Ashley said earlier, their question is always, why should we support you if your own base or who you're targeting is not supporting you? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
if just like the page, send it to somebody, tell them to like it, whatever, subscribe, whatever, turn your notification bell on. If you can't watch, it's okay, but just hit the like button and
Or
get
go
off.
back and watch later. It's
Whatever.
always good to watch live, but watching
Yeah.
later helps too.
Cause y'all be and it's probably because a lot of people that's watching too are not, rattlers. We know the rest of y'all watching too. We know.
That's okay.
We
We like
know.
stay
But I
around. Tell
mean, you
your
might
friends
as
too.
well like it since you here
Tell your
every week.
friends too.
Okay, since y'all here every week watching, go ahead and hit it. But like
Hit
I
the
said,
like
it's all
button.
about
Yeah.
the athletes ultimately. So
Yep.
Oh yeah, we
So
do. We do. He said we need a social house commercial for the show. First of all, yeah, we got another project coming out. Well, I can't talk about it yet. I'm sorry. Thank
thank you, Tate. Thank
you.
you. We
Thank you, Taylor.
appreciate it. Tell them to come on over and check us out, even
Yes.
if they're too busy at the moment. Watch it later, even and subscribe. Something that's simple and easy to do
Yeah.
on YouTube. So we appreciate that and putting your commitment into action right here on the show. So we
On the
love it, Tate.
spot.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Because if you can't,
Uh,
like, if you don't support, the shares are just as,
It
because, like
just
I said,
again, you can
we,
monetize the shares and the likes, and that there's data and analytics that we can always present. Again, we've sat in front of hotels and
mm-hmm,
organizations who, and their question is, "What is your
liquor
community like?"
brands, yeah.
And different brands, and there are more brands that we're already in communication with that we need to be able to show that this is important to us, so they can say, "Well, if it's not important to y'all, why would I plaster my
Why would
brand
I put
across?"
my money into it?
Yeah, so
And we
that's
sitting there like,
super
yeah, that's
important.
kind of true.
And you got a point.
Yeah, you gotta put it a little bit like, yeah.
So yeah,
So
we're still growing this thing. That's the beautiful thing about Fang Exchange is that grassroots, 100% organic. So you get to see it grow and matriculate and scale up in real time.
that would be
And
lit. We trying to get that done. We're trying to
we're
get
working on
stuff
all
like
those
that done. We're
things to
working on
make sure
all
that we
that.
get the get those kind of things on a jumbotron. Was that last season?
It was
Season
no, it was
season
24.
of 2024
24
season.
with
Yep.
Daniel now.
So we're working
Yeah.
on those kind of things coming into fruition, getting in front of our base, which ultimately gets us in front of corporations and sponsors to
And
bring
JT,
another stream of income in.
sorry, JC, let me just, to your point, what you said was really correct. And it really has, I wouldn't say hindered us, but it has caused some delays in us in synergy with the athletic department. So JC talked about the fact that there's been instability in the leadership and athletic department.
Yes,
And it's
that's
true.
another thing that we
For
battle that a lot of people don't battle.
for as long as Fang Exchange has been a thing, we've encountered 4 ADs. So,
Yeah. So
and
take
we've
that into the
only,
equation.
Fang Exchange has been it's been since 2023, right? We've dealt with 4 different ADs: Tiffany Sykes, Mike Smith, Angela Suggs, and now John Davis. Four
So,
ADs.
so consider how it is when you do
Get
whatever
some
it takes
headway
to
with
get some
one,
headway, and then it's like, oh,
then it's a new one.
and
Then you
it's
get
new.
some headway with them, and then it's a new one again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
So
the other
that's the
one's
other
like, oh
unique
yeah, we
thing.
want to work with you. Yeah, let's do something. And then before you know, it's another 80. So that's also, I hope we, like I said, we were on Troy's show this weekend. The 80 was on there. So we're hoping that we'll be able to, like I
Lean
said,
in with him. He's been there for what,
lean
3 weeks?
definitely.
So he's making his rounds as usual, and he's
We
aware.
expect that he going,
Yeah,
it's his first 100 days or whatever. But and regardless, y'all, one thing you can rest assured is Fang Exchange gonna still do the
we're
work
not gonna stop.
regardless. We're not gonna stop.
We're gonna do the
So,
work.
you know, he's they support, we support, whatever support, don't matter. Fang Exchange gonna get it done. And know that this is not just like we said, because a lot of things we do behind the scenes and we don't talk about it. We won't pop out, you know what I'm saying?
We
But
got to pop. This year's a pop year. We
we
got to pop.
we don't
We
pop
got to
our
pop.
stuff, but we're not just doing the work of NIL. So that's why, another reason why I think that people are buying in, the ones that are kind of skeptical about NIL, because Fang Exchange don't just do that, right? Nutrition, food, stuff like clothing, all type of stuff, assistance with
Mhm.
bills and all kind of stuff. Whatever it is that the athletes need is literally what
Yep.
we do.
And so we really a NIL organization who kind of taken on a couple of extra
As other arms.
arms
Yeah.
to help in whatever way we can. So it's never a time that to be honest, that we're only concerned about name, image, and likeness. If
No.
we're being honest, name, image, and likeness only supports a select group of students in
Yeah.
an entire, and that's on
That's just the
anybody's.
reality.
That's
Yeah.
just what
That's just
NIL
the
is.
reality.
So we recognize that we have an entire team of students, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball. They need nutrition as well. They need
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. They need things as well. So we're always looking at the holistic approach in addition to truly being, because we're an NIL organization first.
Right.
But we always kind of look where we can add value to our
Well, let me
athletic
say we
department.
Rattlers first, so we're gonna look out
What
for
do you,
our Rattlers, right?
well,
So
that you for sure
NIL
about
is
that.
definitely what Fang Exchange was founded on, but we Rattlers. So that means that whatever little other fires we need to put out and have been called to put out, we're gonna put out as long as we can. So when you support us, know that you're not just supporting NIL, even though that's what we do, but it's not just that. It's a myriad
Hmm.
of other things that we do just to ensure that our school, our athletes, our student athletes have that same love and experience that we had when we stepped foot on the hill.
Yep,
That's right.
you're
Just
right.
an answer to why many DSO individuals do their own thing because yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I just
and
need
what
EA to
I
go
like
come.
that I've seen with this with Coach Quinn has done, because again, while everything is not always about football, we recognize that football is the big shiny flagship sport.
Right.
What Coach Quinn has been able to do is kind of bring some synergy in and some
Correct.
community across the board, and we saw him giving nutrition to the softball team
Correct.
just as
He
a
got
representation.
enough. He got. I'm just playing.
So we saw him putting in his time, and so I think that, and we saw with the Restore the Strike campaign, so many DSOs and groups came together to make that work. We need to see that spill over into other avenues as we move
Absolutely.
forward.
Absolutely. He attended basketball games. I see him. And I mean, but understanding, of course, that Quinn is a Rattler. So, that's gonna be what it
That's gonna
is.
be
But
easy anyway, because he knows how
yeah,
to
because he
engage.
gonna support and
Yeah.
he's a Rattler.
Hmm.
But
He care about the other programs, and he wanted them to win no more than any other Rattler, because he's an alum just like the rest of us. And our heart is all the
correct.
same. To see FAMU be great academically, athletically, in any way possible. So yeah, thank y'all for supporting us thus far. Many of you have been here from the beginning, didn't waver. Some of you came in the middle, and some of you just showed up, maybe even today. But nonetheless, we appreciate your support and engaging
Absolutely.
with us, because we do not do this for self. We do this for the love of giving back to FAMU in the way that they gave to us 20 plus years ago.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to worry about whether, like I said, regardless of who's in the seat, we're gonna be here working.
Well, that's one
So
consistent thing you can say.
that's
Like,
one thing.
we
That's
have a
one
system
consistent
that does
thing.
not lean. If we're being honest, the foundation of Fank Exchange is can stand on its own. Now the support
Correct.
is different and makes it illuminate better with the
But the
additions, but
system is in
the
place.
system is the system, no
Yeah.
matter who's in the seat.
You can rest assured that Fang
Yep.
Exchange will be regardless. And like I said before, and this is not shade, it's just the truth. Because of course nobody's going to be in a position for 50, 60, 70 years. So when whoever is there and then not there anymore, we as who we are just as alums will still be here to support our
Yeah.
school,
This
right? So it
yeah.
doesn't really matter.
It doesn't stop.
That's going to be consistent. You can rest assured in that. Okay. Um,
But anyway,
little baby, you are correct. It took us some time to build that
yeah.
those kind of credentials to be able to be trusted. Like I said, baby, the
Yeah.
Rattlers are a
Yeah.
skeptical bunch, baby.
Baby,
And I get
yes.
it. I get it. I get it. We are too.
Mhm.
But
And even when you sometimes you trust, you still get, you know, what lack of better term, burn, thinking that you're trusting, but hey, after I think we're consistently who we are now. So
yeah. All right, not to the sports.
now to
We
the
gotta
sports. Where we
get
want to
back.
go first? Do we want to talk about, I mean, because today's Tuesday, we had a game last night, but we had games previous to last night as well. The women's played softball. They played tonight. We did take the L, but we had the Howard game previously.
Yeah, we had two Howard games. We won the first one.
Mhm.
They won it, so we busted it down. EA, listen, I'm with you, brother. I've been saying it forever. I don't see how it's not even a thing. But hopefully they do this time when it's time. The contract is about to be up, and so hopefully, which I think they will. We have a lot of business people in
Mhm.
leadership now, and so I think they'll be about protecting the business of FAMU. So I think that because to me that doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
But
Yes, that cold, baby. It
that's
had
what
us
who
down.
said last week that they
That was
blamed it on
little
the cold
baby.
front.
Little baby said it was
You're right,
cold.
little baby. That cold front pass, and we came
We
off our
back in
slump. Baby, we was
the
not prepared.
W column.
back in the
Boys
W
and
column.
girls. In
And
BPD.
I was looking at the standings. The women are in 6th place currently, basketball that is. And the men are currently in 5th. But we have, or maybe it's 4th, but 5th, I think. And we have on the men's side, we have the same schedule, 6 and 5 so far, with maybe like two or three other schools. So we got it. We was in the win column last night. We got to stay in the win column because tournament is coming up fast. And dropping out of the top 5 makes you have to play fast and early.
Yeah, you'll be playing that Monday or that Tuesday. If we can stay top 5, we don't start till Wednesday, which is what I'm hoping for. Because nobody, and also too with that, God forbid you have a bad game, you already done Monday or Tuesday.
JT, that's a great idea. Idea myself and Tashay, our class, alumni class did fundraising last year, and me and both Tashay both said that when you raise 50, 60, 70, $100,000, like why not give 10% of it, 20% of it, whatever percentage towards athletics. Like and I think it's just a matter of actually doing it and suggesting it and making it a thing, because that will go a long way. When we were raising those dollars, and multiple classes are raising dollars in every year, so it's not just a couple classes. Imagine how much it adds up to be.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times the pretty shiny thing, or the thing that people think of, especially since FAMU is moving towards this Ivy League model, this HBCU Ivy League model, they just want to put the money towards scholarships. But and I think that if we frame it in the right way, if we put it towards athletics, it can still go towards scholarships, because the athletes need scholarships as well. So I think it all fits under that umbrella. But Ashley and I were literally saying that we've been trying to, I'm trying to convince Ashley, y'all. I'm trying to convince.
She's trying to put another thing on our plate, y'all.
I'm trying to convince Ashley to join me. Ashley and I are the class of, do we say it? We can say it.
Freshman class.
Freshman class of 2005, right? And so last
Yeah,
year was our 20 years.
we can say it. We look good to be out of college 20 years.
Please clock it. But last year was our 20-year reunion. And, of course, we're looking to 30 years now, to what our 30 years. And so I'm trying to convince Ashley to join me to be the committee chair, because we're just a good team. We work really well together.
How we get ran up and down the wall with Fang Exchange? By 30 years, Fang Exchange will be I will say this: Fang Exchange is already.
Yeah, it'll be a well-oiled machine
by then. In another 4 years?
I'm trying to get Ashley to chase.
Wait, when will it be?
For some more money. In 4 more years, it's 2030. Okay, Frank, can you put in the chat your incoming freshman class?
Said somebody that's older than us.
Exactly. Can you put when you came in? How about you put that? How about you put that? Was there a phase 3 when you were here? Or was it only Sampson and Young?
Right.
But yeah. So I'm trying to get Ashley. Y'all help me convince Ashley to be the committee chair with me. Because clearly, oh my God, 2000?
Exactly. Now that's ancient. No, I'm just playing because we got some. My girl, Miss Gail, she gonna tell us.
Miss Gail gonna say, I think she was 1970.
Yeah, they said they had leather helmets.
That's exactly what they had.
Can y'all imagine them people out there playing football with leather helmets on? As much CTE going on around. How they didn't get CTE back then?
They did. They have it. 1976. I told you. Miss Gail, I remember. Yes, ma'am.
And then the basketball players was playing in Chuck Taylors. How didn't they break the ankles back then? Because we got all the equipment now.
Actually, I feel like the first year that we got there, I feel like the first year we got there, you could drive through the set.
I don't remember that. I don't think so. But what I will say is I wish I was there when you could drive through the set, because them was the 90s.
I'm telling you, Ashley, I think the first year
was it the 80s or was it the 90s?
Wasn't it the 2000s when they shut that off, put the arm thing?
I mean, they might have, but I just don't remember. Well, okay, Mr.
Somebody
Campbell or
tell me in the
anybody in the
chat.
chat.
Yeah,
When
somebody in
was
the chat
when was the
something.
last year that you could drive through the set? Because I remember they put the arms up. I do remember that.
Yeah. And the
Imagine
only
driving
thing
through
that
the
could
set
come through was the
in your
buses.
car. I wish I could have did that.
Well, baby, I stayed off the set. So I stayed in McGuinn. And so we sat on the stoop. No, we were not. We had apple bottom jeans. That's what we
And the
were
boots
rocking.
with the fur.
With
Please.
we had the shorty had the apple bottom jeans
And Fubu,
and
well,
the
we had
boots.
Fubu jerseys. No, Fubu jerseys that went out.
No, that
Were
was
they still in?
we had apple bottom jeans, we had Rockaware, we
Yeah.
had Jabot, right? When the first year
Oh,
when we first got
Jabot.
into Jabot.
Air Force Ones was really
Yes.
had to
And
come.
what was the
Yeah.
other one? Evisus. What was the one with the little thing in the back? The Evisus. Listen, we and girls, we was wearing baby fat.
Mm-hmm.
Guess
Sure.
what? The only time I didn't do the set was homecoming. I didn't like all them people. I know Miss Gail, me and you have that in common. The pretty girl stayed in McGuinn. 109B. I was in 109B. I still remember, never forget. Rest in peace to my freshman year roommate. But yes,
yeah, we were talking, and this makes me think about we were talking to Jermaine about a street team.
Do y'all remember street teams?
Y'all remember street teams when everybody had like you would put out like flyers about whatever the party might have been, or when you were running for a particular office,
you had
Miss
a street team.
FAMU, SGA president, you had a street team that put out flyers. You remember they used to staple the flyers on the post
Absolutely, and come knock on your door in the dorms. They would knock on your door,
or somehow get your phone number and text you.
Oh, I don't know, friend. I don't
Baby, I started getting text messages about campaigns.
Baby, because when I went as a freshman in college, I had Metro. I didn't even have no phone because Tallahassee didn't have Metro PCS.
Yeah, nope. Yep. So we were talking to a current student, and he was kind of, I guess he was like he never heard of a street team. Like
I was like, oh my god, is that
they have like they got social media online street teams like.
Is that Auntie Lingo? That's when we realized.
That's definitely Auntie Lingo because nobody's out there passing out flyers anymore. Must not be.
You didn't know anyone running for office? I'll never forget my freshman year. Kamasi Aaron was running for Miss Famuly.
I remember that. I totally remember that.
Kamasi Aaron. I was on her street team.
Street teams, and they would recruit the next people. You might not have known who was running, but your friend was on the street team. Whose friend was on the street team, and y'all did it together. Singular. Oh my god, I forgot about Singular.
And it wasn't all that extravagant. Singular, I got Singular my sophomore year because I was telling them I can't do this. You got to get me something. I was still using the dorm phone. I had a 850 dorm phone number. Baby, my mama, I never talked to them because I was never in the room when they called. Like, went up for the strikers.
Did.
I never understood that. It was a lot of.
Well, being from Tallahassee, right? They had the junior strikers. So it would be the strikers that actually were in school, college, but it would be the junior strikers were the high schoolers, and they would be touring around the city, doing pep rallies and all these different assembly level. And one time, y'all, the junior strikers came, and so they would let like the juniors, the seniors, each class grade level would go to their particular pep rally. Well, one year, I think it was my junior year. When I tell y'all whatever them junior strikers did in the pep rally before my class could go, shut down. I don't know what they did dance. And we all know how the strikers dance. We know their style of dancing, right?
Right.
Baby, it must have been too much for Leon County because baby, they shut it all the way down. We never even got to go because they said nuh-uh.
I can imagine. The strikers came to my church this Sunday. And I was very taken aback because the strikers came to my church and they danced at my church.
Oh, they did? What they did? A mime?
No, they did. I was very taken aback. So I have to remember that Mahogany and the strikers are brothers. And so they did like modern type dance to When Sunday Comes by Daryl Coley. Because when we went to school, the strikers was
they only did one thing. I mean, to be honest,
and you couldn't
they
do
could dance different styles. They just
we never saw it. We saw one.
You telling me the strikers at church, and I'm like, for what?
When they said the strikers were when they announced the FAMU strikers were there at my church, I was like, I clutched my pearls because I didn't know what was gonna happen. And they came out and they were doing like modern liturgical style dance, and I don't remember the Strikers being like that. And then I thought about it. I said, "Oh my God, they are the brother organization of Mahogany." Remember that, right?
Yep. Yeah. And a
Man,
lot of them, although we saw them in one style, that particular style of dance in Uncle Luke esque.
at Lee Hall. Oh
And Lee
my God, the
Hall,
Strikers would tear
yeah, I
down
guess
the
they
stage in
can
Lee
they
Hall.
can do other styles if they wanted to.
Evidently, because they did. I was
Hmm.
they danced to Daryl Coley.
Well, that's interesting. I never heard that before.
I got nervous when it first happened.
Now
Y'all,
you
when
got
I
me.
first got to, so when I first, like I said, when I first got to FAMU, I had a Metro PCS, which of course did not work in Tallahassee. Tallahassee didn't have Metro PCS at the time. So then I got Singular, right? I had that phone. Remember when Singular first got that blue flip phone that it was the start with an
Was it
M.
Nokia?
No, the
No.
Nokia was the one with Snake. That's what I had with
Oh
Metro.
yeah, that was
But
Snake. You're right.
no, the flip phone, it was a mic y'all come on now, I'm showing my age. It was a Motorola phone.
Motorola.
Motorola.
Okay, I remember Motorola.
It was a Motorola phone. It was Singular. And then I remember when Singular joined with AT&T, it became AT&T. But baby, you couldn't tell me nothing when I got my little Singular number.
Motorola. I remember
And
the
y'all, I think
Motorola.
that's the same number I had when I first got that phone. My sophomore year, it's the same darn number. I done had the same number.
Me too. That's how you know we're a lot alike because I got the same
Don't
number that I got.
y'all. If you still have my number, don't call me, please.
This is not an invitation.
Don't, this is not an invitation to see if it still works. It still works, and you're still not getting through. So don't call me. But yes,
Maybe you are alike because I've only had one phone number as an adult, and definitely freshman in
literally,
college. Got a new phone number and never changed it ever since.
me
I done
too.
took it to every Sprint. I
Yeah,
never had T-Mobile, but I've
I
had
had.
Sprint.
I did have T-Mobile. I went
I think
Singular.
I've only had Sprint and AT&T. I think.
I never had Sprint. I had Singular. Yes, I did. Took it to Sprint. I had Singular. Then Singular changed to AT&T. Then I think I did Sprint, T-Mobile, and I'm back at AT&T. The only one I haven't done
Yeah,
is Verizon.
yeah. I wanted that. Now one phone. Since we talking about phones, there's one phone that I wanted
How
so
did we
bad.
get there?
I don't even know. I wanted the what's the phone that flipped before smartphones? It was a T-Mobile phone.
The Razor?
Was it the right? No,
That flat phone, the real flat one
no.
that
It
you
was a
slide up?
square one and it flipped up and you could type on it
Oh,
like
Sidekick. I
a
had a Sidekick.
sidekick. I
I
never
had
got a
one.
sidekick, y'all. That
I
I
had a
want a
Sidekick.
sidekick so bad in high
I had
school. I
my
never
auntie
got
bought
one.
me a Sidekick. And I had a Sidekick and a sorry,
Oh.
y'all. I had a
Bloopers.
Ooh, y'all, I got
Oh, I
excited.
forgot about BlackBerry. I forgot about BlackBerry too, JT. Nextel. Oh, yep. Nextel. It was Nextel first. Then it turned into Sprint. Yeah, I
Y'all,
think I've only had two. I think I've only had Sprint and AT&T. I think
two-way pager. I got started talking about two-way and got excited.
Motorola two-way paging.
I had a two-way when I was in middle school. No, was it
Yeah,
middle school or high school?
had me a little beeper.
You had a beeper?
I had a beeper, but I think it was like my mom or somebody's beeper that I kind of was able to take over. You remember you used to send messages over the beepers?
Yeah.
We really have gone down a road.
Millennials are the only ones that have lived
we
in
we
both
had the best of
arenas.
everything.
Yeah.
We had a floppy
We
disk
played
and we had a
outside
flash
and
drive
inside.
and we've done all the things. We're
We
well
had
versed.
we had dial up. Nobody talks about dial up.
Oh, yep. When that thing used to be dialing up and somebody would call your house phone and mess up the dial up while you was trying to connect the internet.
Listen.
We've had it all.
Or trying to sneak on the internet and you can't sneak because when it dial up it
Yep.
Tasha, you must be from North Miami Beach. You ain't said one word about tailor-made pants. I grew up on tailor-made pants. My daddy did too. My daddy's from Miami. Now I ain't never had no beeper. I had a two-way. I ain't that old. Okay. Beepers, I
The
was a
beepers
little
was
girl.
it. Somebody had a beeper in my
Mixed
family.
CDs. You were nobody if you did not have a mixed CD. When those
Yep.
new songs came out, and then people, or you went when you go to the barbershop or whatever, and you buy a CD. Y'all ain't never bought
Did you
CDs
used to
out there?
record off the radio on a cassette tape? You ever did that?
Actually,
Y'all ever did that? That's
Ashley,
too country.
really?
That's too country.
No,
I know I ain't the only one.
I'm lying. I did do that when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I did used to do that. Record the songs. You would record it on
Over
your
the Just For
boombox.
Me. Did you ever do it on the Just For Me tape?
No, I had a real radio.
Listen,
You
we
real
had the
country.
radio, but when we would run out of like blank cassette tapes, somebody Just For Me used to give you a tape
They
in the
sure
firm house.
did. Because it was the
We would
instructions on how
it
you
would give
supposed
you
to
the
do.
instructions on the Just For Me on how to do it. And when you ran out of blank cassette tapes, you would just record over the Just For Me.
Oh, that's
Y'all, we don't win.
country. That is
Yeah.
country.
I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one.
You know. Actually, that is so country.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Recorded the movies on the VCR.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When the commercials, that Jackson 5 movie, oh my God. The American Dream.
Right. Y'all, we have really gone down the road. We started off
How
on
did we get
NIL where
here?
we should have been, and somehow we have gone down memory lane, and we are having a good time. Think about it. There was a TV room on campus.
Yes, and we used to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good time. These kids don't
He
have
said
a
I'm
good time.
embarrassed. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one. Don't act like, okay, wait did somebody else admit that we used to record over the tapes?
We used to have a good time. When I found out that they were scheduling Set Friday, first of all, it don't have the same feel.
The set.
Yeah, it don't have the same
That's
feel.
what it went. Why is the set not where the set is?
It's a stage. It's like a show on Friday. It doesn't have the same. If you can't mix and mingle with everybody
let everybody stroll past you.
It's not the same thing. It does not have the same feel. So I went to Set Friday at the amphitheater. It did not give Set Friday. It gave like probate show. And in our day, especially for the frats, it was on the set. The Qs came out on the set.
Correct.
The Alphas they came
you
out.
You came out on the set.
Yeah. Now these kids, right, EA, I don't know.
Going too far, EA. Look what he said.
The Kappas always came out. Hey, we're from the generation where Gaither ain't had no AC.
Nope. I remember when you came out when it came out on the set or outside, and when people started using Gaither as their probate locations, I felt like that was fancy. It was like, oh, it's gonna be inside.
And it was hot as heck in there.
Yep.
Because when we came up, imagine going to convocation dressed in all black, because that's what you did. You went dressed up and you were in all black because you needed to get the credit for your class, because it was going to be a teacher.
You had to go. Your teacher was going to make sure you went. Correct.
And so you went and you had to be dressed. And we were sitting in Gaither Gym with no AC.
Y'all, what if we took a basketball game back to the Gaither Gym, like an old,
that would
like
be so lit.
Like they should do like a. I mean, granted, if we be, no, I ain't gonna say that, but the size, the ticket sales. Oh, because I went to Cookman in Daytona last year, and that thing felt like, because of the size of the gym and the type of the gym, they laugh about Cookman's gym, but that thing was rocking. It was packed.
It's gonna be rocking. Every SWAC gymnasium that I went into that was like that intimate, I'll call it intimate for offense, that intimate type setting, it's rocking. Because first of all, it's packed, it's dumb packed, and it's sweaty. You feel like the whole, everybody's on top of you.
You feel like you're sitting on it. Yep.
Yes. It's
so really imagine if we took a game. I don't know which game it would be, but imagine if we took a game,
Cookman,
maybe even two, but just one for the hype of it, and put it in Gaither. Granted, you want to sell the tickets in Lawson because of capacity, but right now it don't matter.
Yeah, we're not selling
so them. You might as well go and have a good time in Gaither.
We're not selling them.
And give an old school vibe. Like, you'll catch my attention just by putting something in Gaither.
If they put a game in Gaither, I'm coming. No lie. I'm coming to that.
That would be lit.
I'm coming. If they put a basketball game,
like an old school, I don't know.
When we play, they maybe should do it next year. Talk to Dolph, the equipment manager, tell them to get some throwback jerseys. And
do the throwback jerseys, do the whole thing.
Yeah, and play it except for the shoes. But Play it in Gaither. Okay. Man, I can't imagine how loud it would be.
Just imagine.
The 100 in Gaither. I mean, it's loud. Well, they don't do anything
Hey,
in
Bill
Gaither
Mac,
now.
good evening. Thank you for joining us. A Monday or a Thursday game. What about a Saturday night game?
A Saturday game.
A
Doubleheader in
Saturday
Gaither.
game.
A doubleheader in Gaither. Cookman. So we
Do
owe
but
Cookman already.
they still do double headers? Am I confusing this? Because I know we kind of spread out the men and women's.
Saturday they play doubleheaders, don't
Saturday
they?
are double header days.
So Thursday the girls play, the ladies play. Saturday's a doubleheader, I think, and then Tuesday is the men, if I remember.
Okay. Ms. Gail said that's too long to be doing double headers. But I'm telling you, like some people will go to the women's game and may not necessarily decide to go to the men
They're
or
gonna
vice
go
versa.
to that night game. They're gonna go to the men's game. But I would go.
That men's game gonna be best attended for sure.
If you put Cookman, we got to get our cook back. We owe them some get back.
Oh, that game. Oh yeah, that game coming up March 5th too. But
yeah,
I'm
imagine that in Gaither. But that's
and
during the week.
if we're being honest, our men's basketball and women's basketball have improved this year. So that game could very well be a big decider of some things for going into SWAC play. Put that game in Gaither.
That's Thursday. Saturday is DH. Bleachers are not kind. What is DH, Miss Gill?
I don't know what DH is, but March 5th, I believe.
Doubleheader, yeah.
Doubleheader. So I do think that March 5th is the actual last game of the regular season. Is a Thursday.
It is. Bleachers are not kind. So you see, y'all done got fancy. Now she's talking about the bleachers. No, listen, we sat right on them wooden benches and got
bring the cushion seats. What they call them?
Get you one of them chairs, Miss Gail. Get you one of them chairs that you sit on in the stadium, because they just as hard as the doggone seats in Bragg. Bragg seats is terrible to sit in.
Bill Matt, one thing about Mr. Ansley, he is gonna be the cheerleader, the mascot, the crowd hype every chance he get with that bullhorn. He's not gonna play. He's consistently that for the Rattlers.
You know what? Y'all telling y'all age, because we sat on them bleachers in Gaither and it was no problem. You got
to bring the chair backs.
Yeah, bring the chair backs. The seat, they got real nice ones now.
It's just one night only. One night only.
Yeah, for the nostalgia. She said, I got many cushions. Do you have the cushion, Miss Gail, that has the back where you can lean back in it? They got ones that got recliners and all types of stuff. They got real fancy chairs that you could put in them bleachers nowadays. That would really hit. I think they need to really explore that, because I think that would hit. He said he don't want that experience no more. They should rope.
Y'all got real uppity in the Rattler Nation.
They so uppity.
Got to have that experience. We'll go home and do Epsom salt after the game. Everybody go and get
everybody go soak.
Everybody go soak after you sit on those hard bleachers.
I'm trying to remember. I was just in Gaither. They don't feel no harder than Bragg. Bragg is so y'all. So do y'all feel the same way about Bragg? Because Bragg
they do. You only see the quarterback club complaining about them chairbacks.
Oh, y'all can't have no chairback in Gaither.
Oh, okay.
She's saying we can't have no chairbacks in Gaither. Oh, well.
Well, it's a cool thought.
They just shot it down real quick.
1990s Cooking versus Famuly and Gaither, women at 6, men at 8 after party in Grand Ballroom. The whole set looks like homecoming. That's what we're trying to relive it, EA. We're trying to relive it. But you know, the folks, they don't want to.
He said, but my butt be hurt. Yeah. It do.
And listen, and our head coach has made it clear on more than one occasion that he is very serious about making Bragg litter with the light show and the cannon. So we might have a lot going on when fall football roll around in Bragg.
I ain't lying, y'all. While I love the nostalgia of the cannon, I got to get back accustomed to remembering to cover my ears when it popped. Because that thing, for the first couple years, maybe like my freshman year, I always forgot to cover my ear during that.
That's not earplugs when you walk through the game. If you need earplugs, I mean, not that somebody gonna sit in the all game with the earplugs
Yeah,
in, but
because you ain't gonna sit the whole game. You just got to remember to do
you
it
gotta remember to
when.
brace yourself for the boom, the
Yeah,
big
and it
big
was
boom.
loud. And these kids don't know nothing about that.
They don't. They don't have a clue. That stopped what 3 years ago?
What the cannon?
Henny.
No, that stopped with Tiffany Dawn.
Well, that was longer than that, huh? Longer
Hmm.
than 3 years ago, huh? Yeah.
Hmm. We
These
ain't had
kids
a
don't
cannon
understand
in
going to look at each
years.
other on social media. You're right about
Hey,
that, Mr. Campbell. That's why they don't know what a street team is.
my baby is in 100. I understand. I get it. Y'all,
Well, guys, y'all, we don't walked a lot of directions on this here show tonight.
how did we get
We've been
there?
all over the place.
Yeah. Anyway, but thank y'all for coming and hanging out with us and taking this trip down memory lane and all around the world like we always do every Wednesday. I mean Tuesday.
Tuesday, yep.
Who knows what we
That's
gonna
the
talk
cool
about
thing about
tomorrow?
this show, though. Like we know what we're here for. We know what we stand on and what we're here for, but we also have opportunity to be organic and just go where the night takes us, all in the name of FAMU.
Alice.
Who
Okay,
is
Miss Gail.
Alice?
Miss Gail
I'm
keep
not
talking
sure
about
who
Alice.
Alice is.
I don't know who Alice is.
But we appreciate y'all for hanging out this week and every week, like always. Big things happening. Want to give again a big shout out to all of our spring and Olympic sports, killing it right now in one way or another. Keep
Mm-hmm.
living up to the hype. Basketball, we need y'all to finish top 5, okay? Say it with
Top
us.
five.
Top
So we
5.
can get
Really top 3, but I ain't gonna put that much pressure on you right now. You're doing
top
great.
five. Just give me top five so
Give
we
us
can
top
start on
5
Wednesday.
because the tournament will be here before we know it. And we got to get to the SWAC championship. We have to end up at the SWAC championship in basketball and do things that nobody expected for us to do, men's and women's for that matter. So
Facts.
keep fighting. I mean, we're on the road now, so let's keep that. We out of that slump. We're not going back.
We're not going back. Period.
Mm-mm.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys.
Dinner
It's
time.
been
Push
real
that
and it's
social
been
house.
fun.
I'm looking for a commercial. Okay, we got you,
Okay, we're
Marvin.
working on that, Marvin, and we'll see you all next week.
Good night.
Fangs up.
And as always, fangs up, go Rattlers.
Go Rattlers.